This video is on multiplication patterns. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to answer all these multiplication problems. I'm going to let you look for patterns because math is all about patterns. 100 times 7 is 700. 8 times 30 is 240. 40 times 6 is 240. And then 80 times 400 is 32,000. Let's analyze these now and try to find any patterns you might see. Well, if I look at each one of these, let's say 100 times 7 is 700, I see math facts. I see 1 times 7 is 7. I see 8 times 3 is 24. I see 4 times 6 is 24. And I see 8 times 4 is 32. So the first digits of your product occur from the first digits of your factors. And if you look even more carefully, you start to see patterns with the zeros. If you would split this in half and look at the left side of the equal sign, you would find you see 1, 2 zeros. If you look at the right side of the equal sign, you would see you have 1, 2 zeros. Does that occur in every problem? Well, let's split it in half and look at it. On the left side, we have 1, 0. On the right side, we have 1, 0. On the left side of the equal sign, we have 1, 0. On the right side, we have 1, 0. How about the next one? The next one has bigger factors that still work. Well, let's split it in half and check it out. If you would look at just the left side of the equal sign in your factors, you have 1, 2, 3 zeros. And on the right side, we have 1, 2, 3 zeros. Yes, the pattern works. So basically, when multiplying certain factors, you can multiply the first digits of both factors and then add the zeros. Let's practice this skill. So let's take 30 times 7. Well, what math fact do you see first? The math fact I see is 3 times 7. And 3 times 7 is 21. And now we have to count our zeros. We have 1 0 on the left side, so we need to put 1 0 on the right side. So 30 times 7 is 210. How about here? Let's try another problem. Let's try 40 times, let's say 9. Well, the math fact I see first is 4 times 9. So 4 times 9 is 36. On the left side of our equal sign, we have 1, 0. So on the right side, we need to put 1, 0. Let's try another problem. How about 300 times 50? Well, what math fact do you see? The math fact I see is 3 times 5, and that is 15. Now we need to count up all of our zeros. We have 1, 2, 3 zeros on the left side of the equal sign. So we need 1, 2, 3 zeros on the right side of our equal sign. So 300 times 50 is 1500. Let's try one more problem. I want you to really think critically of this. So here we have 50 times 40. A lot of people right away think our product should have 2 zeros. And that makes a lot of sense because we have 2 zeros in our problem. However, if you first look at this, our math fact is 5 times 4, which is 20. So this 0 right here is from the math fact. Then we have to add 1, 2 zeros to that product, and we get the answer of 2,000. Now this does make sense because this 20 is from our 5 times 4. So that 0 that the arrow is pointing to is from the math fact. So in reality, if we would look at our zeros, we have 1, 2 zeros, then we'd have 1, 2 zeros. Because again, this 0 right here is from the math fact 5 times 4. Thank you for watching my video on multiplication patterns. Hope this makes things more clear and helps you look for patterns in the future with mathematics.